Have you ever heard that sound in your camper when you're cooking because your ventilation doesn't work because your outside vent for your cooking area is messed up? Well, I've heard that a lot lately, and it's been wintertime and I haven't been able to fix it. So now that it's started to warm up, we're actually going to fix the vent so that when I'm cooking, I can turn on the fan and it can go outside. Hey guys, today we're going to tackle a problem that happens to pretty much every RV owner, and that's a worn out vent above your stove. And if you look at this one, you can see the telltale signs of the duct tape. When the inner flap came off, and I actually had to tape it to keep the weather and rodents and other things out. So today, with just a few tools and a little bit of time, we're going to turn that old crusty vent into a brand new vent that we can use to keep our fire alarm from going off and to keep everything ventilated well while we're cooking. First, let me share the tools and products that we're going to need to do this project. Throughout this video, I'm also going to give you some alternate tools you can use, just in case you're somewhere where you don't have all the tools that you need. So I'm just going to show you some other household items that you can use along the way that can help you with the project if need be. First, you're going to need a ladder, but as one of our alternate tools that we're going to use, we're actually going to use this picnic table today. Even though I have access to a ladder, this is available here, and it may be available to you where you're at, and you may not have a ladder.
You will need an RV stove vent that fits your RV.
This is a razor blade holder with a plastic blade so it doesn't scratch or cut in to the side of the camper. If you don't have a good scraping tool, you could always use just a cheap little spatula as well to use that to scrape stuff off on the side. These come in very, very handy if you don't have the tool you need. Next, you will need a razor knife. As an alternate tool, if you don't have a razor knife, you could actually use a kitchen knife to cut around the caulking to make sure that that vent actually comes out. You'll need a measuring tape and a marker or a pencil. You'll need some tape. You'll need an electric cutoff tool if you find yourself in the same predicament I'm in. One option you could do is having a knife, using it over your stove, getting it red hot and melting through the plastic, but that would take a long time. But you know, without a cutoff tool, I don't know what else you would use. This stuff is so brittle, you have to be super careful when you're cutting it.
You will need some acetone. If you don't have any acetone, you could also use alcohol, or you could even try some fingernail polish remover.
You will need a screwdriver or a drill driver with a square bit. And you will need some butyl tape.
Lastly, you will need some caulk.
Before you begin, you need to get yourself a new vent cover that is actually going to fit and be the replacement for the one you're replacing. You can get these at most RV stores. You can also get them online. We will have a link in the description below and also on our website for this particular product that we're replacing today. Step 2 is going to be to remove this old vent cover. This particular vent cover comes off with 2 screws to begin with, but it also has caulking around the outside. So if yours has caulking, you need to use a razor blade to cut through that caulking so that it will separate. Now that we've cut through the caulking, we're going to use a screw gun to remove the screws on the vent. Also, to remember, a lot of RV stuff actually uses a square head bit, so whether you're using a hand screwdriver or your drill, I recommend you always carry a square head bit in your RV. Make sure you save the screws as you remove them, because you're going to need them to put the new one back on. All right, so I'm going to remove some of this old duct tape that I had on mine. You may not have this on yours. And then what happens is this actually pops up, and if you look in here, there's a lot more screws that we still need to take out. Once you've removed all the screws, then you can start to peel this out, maybe. Now, one thing I'm noticing as I'm pulling this out, something I did not expect. Look at, they cut this shorter to put it in.
Step number 3 is to clean any dirt or debris from the area to ensure a smooth installation of the new cover.
Sometimes if the caulking is stubborn, you can use your finger or just even a rag and kind of wipe it until it kind of peels off. You can see some of the additional stuff coming off right there. Just kind of work at it, and then we'll use the acetone. If you're using acetone, a screwdriver comes in handy to get that open. You can always use a butter knife as well. A lot of times when I'm using acetone, I like to wear gloves, but I do not have any. It kind of burns your fingers. If you have any cuts, you'll find out real soon. You want to keep the acetone and cleaning confined to the area that's right behind the vent cover. You don't want to start wiping it down the side of your camper, because too much movement and it can take some of the surface or the finish off of your camper. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm measuring the depth of this at the deepest part, and I'm going to put some marks on this so that I can cut it to the right area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape around this on my line for a couple reasons. One, because it's easier to follow my line, but also number two, this type of plastic is fairly brittle. And if I start using the cutoff tool, if it starts to crack, I want to have some additional support holding this together. So hopefully it would keep it from cracking as I'm going around and doing it. Now we're going to cut the vent. Now you might need to clean this edge up just a little bit. It kind of melts as it melts. It kind of melts it as it goes through, which is good, because if it was just cutting, it may cause it to actually break. All right, now that the area is clean, the vent is cut to size, it's time for us to go ahead and install it and secure it to the camper. But before we can do that, we actually have to seal this outer edge. To do that, we need to actually seal this outer edge, so we're going to use butyl tape to do it. So I am going to put some butyl tape, and I'm going to run it up on the outer edge here so that it's kind of coming in contact with this edge right up against there. Now that we have the butyl tape on, we're going to put it into the hole and screw it into place. Got the screws that I saved when I took it out. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just put it into the hole, motivate it in there. Alright, so now let me do this here. Oh. Alright. Before I put the last two screws in, I'm going to remove the butyl tape. Typically what I do is use a plastic butter knife to do so. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go down this outer edge. And the nice thing about that, it typically goes through it pretty well. Last thing we do is caulk around the outer edge to make sure we have no leaks.
And there you have it. In just a few simple steps, you've successfully replaced your RV stove vent cover. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more DIY tips and tricks.
For more information on our DIY stuff, you can check out our website at www.befreebenson.com. Remember, as always, doing things yourself helps you save money. Even when you find hidden things that cause you to do more work, it still allows you to be free. See you in the next project. Have you ever heard that sound? Have you ever heard that sound in your camp? Have you ever? Good Lord. Nope, that's not right. You can check down in